Right. So, yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So just okay, introduce yourself and let me know which okay, do you know SQL, BL SQL, right? Or have you worked with Oracle Forms before? Or you just new into this technology?
I'm new in this technology. I guess.
Okay, so you don't have experience with SQL, BL SQL?
Yes, I have some basic knowledge about SQL and PLSQL.
Okay, any other technologies like Forms, any other Oracle products?
Yeah, I know little bit.
Okay. So first of all, yeah, I will give you introduction to Oracle Application Express. Okay, how this Apex designed, okay, how it works, okay, how you can achieve by these tools, right? How to log in into this tools, right? And yeah, some other rules and some other features. Okay, so do you have a account, or have you installed Oracle Apex on your laptop, or how you can?
I have my account and I have a local system in. Uh,
Do you have Apex installation on your local?
Local system also. Yes, sir. Local system also, and I have an online account in Oracle Apex also.
Okay, so you know how to access and how to log into a Oracle Apex, right?
Right.
Okay, good. So let's start. Right, Oracle Apex, okay, has a features, okay, it can allow you to create a web application and mobile application as well, okay. This feature, okay, it's so fast and low code, okay, you can type a much code, okay. It's allow you to use CSS code and HTML, right? And JavaScript as well. So you can combine between two or three technologies right in one under one umbrella, okay, which is Oracle Apex. And also it provides you a small tool, okay, how to design and create your table, right? Your application tables and the relation and the whole objects, okay, for database. Okay, I think you've heard about database objects, which is views, triggers, tables, packages, function, and so on, right? So Oracle Apex just provides you by this this tools, and also Oracle Apex, it's inside Oracle database. Okay, so all views, all the components you will see here, it just stored inside a tables and the view inside the Oracle Apex schema. Okay, so once you install your once you install your application, I mean your Apex on your database, it will generate a schema by the Apex version, which is, if you install 22, you will see, okay, let me show you on my database here. Sorry. I have Apex 22, okay. I can connect to my database by SQL Developer, right, which is another tool to browse your object. I will show you how after you install Oracle Apex, okay, which schema will be created and hold the whole the whole structure and architecture for Oracle Apex, okay? So all application here, all SQL Workshop pages, other components like navigation menu and securities and items process, all stored in a table inside the schema, right? So just I will show you here. Okay, just let me connect. I think I need to create. Okay, I have installed my Apex on Pluggable Database 1. So once I installed here, I will see a schema called Apex 22, okay, which is have some tables and view, right? And in brief, okay, we will have a content and header history, airports, right? Some metadata, okay. Okay, like templates here, right? Features, banner, okay. So all component here, it's stored inside this schema, right? And also we have some views, right? Like pages, right? ACL rules.
Andy,
Yeah.
yeah, you can connect this local SQL developer to online Oracle Apex right now.
Yeah, I connected to my DBA, okay? And I just browser the schema Apex 22. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how Apex, okay, structure. Okay, let's okay start to login. Okay, let me just log out here. Okay, so first of all, you have to create something called workspace. Okay, right?
Okay.
Okay, workspace, it's something like a space, right, related to this workspace must be linked to a database schema, okay? And okay, you can create a right, whatever you want on this workspace, okay? How many applications you you create. Okay, you can create many applications on this workspace. So first of all, you have to have a administrator of workspace or of Apex, right? So I have my administrator here. Sorry. Oh, sorry, not this one. I will okay, log into my admin user. Yeah, I am admin here, so I logged by admin. Okay, then I will create a once I create new workspace, right? This will create a schema on my database. So I will create a test2, right? Test2 workspace. Then create next. It will here, yeah, here I can reuse a right, an existing schema. Then I will select an existing schema from my database, okay, which is I have a let's say I will choose MACD2, okay. Then have to add a password for my schema, right? The space quota, okay, for my schema, which is by megabyte. So by default, it's 100 megabyte. I can select 500, 2000, or whatever you want, okay? I will leave it as a default. Right here, okay, schema, it's already exists. Reuse, I have to say yes. So I will reuse the second schema, right? Next. Here you have to create admin user for each workspace. So I will create a test2, right? And the password, then email, right? Just select a different, yeah, and any email. Okay, just to accelerate I mean to pass this. Okay, create workspace. Right. So like I said, okay, once I create a schema, my schema can create a new, my workspace can create a new schema in my database, or I can use existing schema. Used existing schema in my case here, okay? And each schema should have a admin user, okay? Which is, okay, workspace user here. I can search for schema name test2. So I have a test2 user, it's on workspace test2, and this is a workspace administrator. This is account type, okay. I can create another user, which is not, it will not be administrator, it can be a developer user or a normal user. I can create new user here. Okay, this is dev user, right? Are you following with me, or I am fasting?
No, it's okay.
Can you raise your voice?
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
you understand me clear, or I am too
No, no,
fast?
I understand. I understand.
Okay, so from here, I will just show you how the difference between a administrator user and the developer user. I will select just workspace for this user, which is in our case here, it's called test2, right?
Right.
And remember, yeah, each workspace has a ID, which is automatic created by Oracle, right? Default schema, it's only be, okay, one schema. It can be, okay, the workspace, it can allow for, I mean, it can share more than one schema, and I will show you, okay, after this. The user is an administrator or not. I will select no here. The user is developer, so I will select yes. So I can create administrator user and I can create developer user. Or I can create a normal user by doing this to be no. So this will just be a end user, okay? But I'll prefer to, yeah. You can grant the user to access, okay, builder access, yes or no. SQL workshop, yes or no. You can, okay. Team development, yes or no. You can make this account unlock or locked. You can lock this account. And this is the user, it will be D, dev for D, right, and D. Okay, required to change of the password on use first use or not. So I will do it not. Okay, I can create another user right here. I will make this end user. Okay, can make it end user, just user who can access, okay, the application, right? Also this schema, or we can make it this, it's not, okay, and this should be not admin or not dev, right? And just a E, okay, E, and you know, right?
Right.
Yeah, so here, yeah, you will see a different type of user. I have a user called div, which is account type developer, and end user, which is this end user, right? And this test should be, this test, it's a administrator user. Okay. And this part, okay, how you can create a workspace, how you can create users for workspace. And also we have something here, how you can assign a new schema for our workspace. Okay, so I will show you how to assign, right? From here, yeah, workspace, schemas. I can add schema for a workspace. Existing schema or new schema, I will choose existing schema, right? Which is I have already MACD1 or MACD, okay, to which, sorry, this is workspace, which is test2, or workspace. This is the schema, okay, which is MACD, right? MACD only, right here. So I assigned the schema MACD to workspace test. It's existing schema, not new schema, okay? Add schema. I can add another one, existing also, test2. And MACD1, right? Okay. MACD1, okay. Okay, so from here, remember, I looked to my Apex by the admin user. Okay, I can't create any workspace unless I have admin user. Okay, right?
Right.
Okay, so from here, I learned how to create workspace, how to create users and assign this user to the workspace, different type of users, and also have to assign workspace, assign schema to workspace. And here I have two options, okay, how to import or export workspace. Okay, I can export my workspace by selecting my workspace test2, right?
Right.
Then export workspace. Do you want to, okay, include team development, yes or no? You want to export the minimal or full workspace, right? You can use minimal, then save the file. It will save my file to a the name of workspace.sql. Okay, if you open this file, you will see it like this, right? Once I did that, and I need to import this workspace in a different environment, I can go, okay, to login also by admin user, then go to a workspace management. Okay, we can start from here. Okay, workspace management, then import, right? Then I will choose, okay, the file to import. Okay, I will not import because I have the same, right, the same workspace name. Okay.
Okay.
Do you need any question in this part?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Magdi, one question from my side. When we import this workspace in another account, then we work 2 person on the same workspace, na, at the same time.
You mean if I imported now in the same environment? I think it will give me an error because the workspace should have a
Because here there is the option of the team development. Na? So when we click on the team development, then I will import them from this workspace from another ID, another employee. Na?
environment.
Then,
Yeah.
after that, we can work in this workspace from at the same time.
And no,
So
I
that,
suppose, okay, when I export a workspace, it should be used for a different environment. Okay, let's say you have your Apex on your laptop and you designed a program for a customer. Okay, and once you
Okay.
finish your application, okay, you need to export your workspace, then export your application. So you will have two files, one for workspace and one for the application. Then you will go to the customer environment, right? And
Right,
login
right.
by admin user and start. First thing you will start to import workspace first, right?
Okay, okay.
Then
Understood.
you log into that workspace by your admin, like we will do here. So I will start to work. Okay, I will start to use test2 as a workspace and test2 as a user, right? G. This is the admin user, right? It's
Right.
required from me to change this after first login, right?
Right.
Right. So you see here, I am admin of this workspace. I see a SQL workshop, I see team development, I see everything, okay, app development. If I log in, okay, by the other user, which is developer, okay, so I will test by test2 dev, okay, then dev, right, I'll test2, right, dev, and dev, maybe we missed this. Oh, no, I don't know what, okay. We can see this. Yeah, maybe because this is a developer, so he can't log in. I think not. Dev user. So dev user, okay. No, no. So maybe we should reset this. D. Okay. I think we should create application first, right? Then a dev user will be able to connect to that workspace. Okay, let's try now. Okay, it's connected. Okay, but yeah, it's not right. This, if you see here, the rule, it's a developer, it's not administrator. He can do anything. Okay, but the administrator can create another user, okay, on the same workspace. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Do you have any questions with this part?
No. Magdi, can I share my screen? I want to see something.
Okay, yeah.
I have an extension for localhost now, and
Okay.
you have some different for in this 1 second.
So you install RDS on a Tomcat or on as a standalone?
Standalone, I think.
Okay. Right. Sorry. You have to run run the command first. No, just run. Yeah. Okay, now it's working. Yeah. Okay, good. Your name is Rawat, right?
Right.
Okay.
I have this tab. What is the difference between your extension and my extension? This.
What do you mean? What is the difference between what and what?
This link. No?
This link means, yeah, you install the Apex on your local host on port 8080, and you use ORDS. Okay, the ORDS, it's used as a Apex listener, okay, to connect, okay, using Apex public user to database, right?
Right. Oh.
Okay, and the other thing, it's called session ID and app user and the workspace ID, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, so let me share my screen, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so
This is the online platform, no? I think.
sorry?
You are using. You are using. This is the online platform.
Right now I'm using I'm using Apex 20.2, but I have also a different version. I'm using a 22. Right, so let me just start my because this it's on cloud. I have another server on cloud. Okay, so this is why this a link it's different from yours, because I have a domain called Apex IHS. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have here. Okay, let just me see the okay. Yes, right. Sorry. Okay, CDB. Okay, or the NS. Yeah, I have my own Apex here. Okay, just let me explain on this. Okay, the first session, right? So we will cover logging into Oracle Apex, understand Oracle Apex rules, right? What's the Oracle Apex, right? Oracle architecture. Okay. Okay, so after we log into our workspace, okay, we should start to create Oracle applications. We have here a menu called App Builder. You can create database application, create, import, right, and export any applications. You also have a workspace utilities like App Builder default, app themes, and some other attributes. We will explain it later. Okay. Also, you have important menu here, okay, which is called SQL Workshop, right? You can you have a something called object browser. You can browse your database objects, which is table, triggers, right? You have SQL commands here. We will start to explain this later one by one, okay? Just I will give you a review on this. You have a SQL script, how to deal with the scripts. If you have prepared the script, right? And you need to just upload on your schema, right? We have another utilities, which is database workshop. Data workshop, you can upload, download data. Query builder, you can build the query. A quick SQL, it's the same like Query Builder, simple data set. If you need to install data set for a simple application, right, and generate DDL, whatever you need to generate, table, view, function, procedure, and etc. Okay, we have also a tab menu, another menu. It's called team development, which is have labels, milestones, template, utilities, and the feedback. As the end users do some feedback on some pages on your application, you will see a notification here, right? Or here, you can see a notification, right? And we have App Gallery. App Gallery, which is have a productivity application, simple application, and some other administration, right? Just this as a something advanced. We have productivity application. You can download or install one of these application and learn how you can build the same application as this, or you can look for a different process pages built in this application, because this application has the full code, okay, of how you can do same application as this one. And we have also sample application. If you installed one, you will see in this tab. If you installed one of this or one of this, okay, right, you can install this one by clicking install and start to learn how this application look like. Okay, and we can start to our course on this application, because this application has a symbol of all departments, all employees, and some other right, I think some other products, orders, and etc. Okay, you can manage this to right, to change authentication or remove, right, you can run this. Once you go to this, right, and here
Magdi,
this one, okay,
you have some different application, because this pre-tech application I search a lot, but I don't find this application.
yeah, you look, I have, yeah, right, so many applications, right, but it's on just version 20. I think I have another on Oracle Apex itself, and I have another on my, right, I mean on my workspace. So I have to look out right here. Okay. I have a different applications. I've created one like this. Okay. Sorry. One. Okay, I will make this right. Don't worry, I have too many applications, so I can show you how you can, right, do applications like this, right? Okay. Right here, you can do checks. Oh, okay. Just back to our syllabus. Okay. So understanding Oracle Apex rule, right? I'm not sure what he means by Oracle Apex rule. Okay. Suppose first session I just teach you how to create workspace, how Apex working, right? How you can create a application, right? If you have any topics you need to know about it for right, the next 25 minutes, right, we can start. It seems you studied before, so or you need me to start in the module 2, okay? But module 2, it just need to have to install, right, how to configure, and I think you know this already, right?
Yes, I know some.
You know how to install, right? So we can, yeah, we can pass this and make it in a, I mean, we can compensation this in a next session, right? So from the beginning, okay, let me show you how you can create and what's the option you can write a add into your application, okay?
Magdi, if I have any problem in related to installation, I will ask you after some time. You can go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, so okay, I will start with you around, okay. Okay, so let's start with the first menu here. If you press on Apex, okay, you will have Apex Builder, okay, SQL Workshop, and Team Development and App Gallery. We will start with Apex Builder, right? From here, you can create a new application. You can import application you already created, right? You can see dashboard, like statistics around the application, your application. You can do some workspace utility. Let's start with create, okay? So once I can create a new application, right? From the beginning, or I can create application from a file, right? Or I can create productivity application, which is we already did. We installed one from here. Okay, so we had this steps. Let's start with new application. So you just create new application. I will make it a right test app, right? I can choose my appearance from here. It should be like one of this. Okay, I prefer this. Right. I can create a, once you create your application, you will have a default home page, right? You can add more pages if you already know it. You can add more features, right? Like access control, a about page. This is, we'll talk about your application, configuration option, feedback, right? Theme style, and so on. I can check all, and I will go through all of this quickly, okay?
Okay.
And okay, you can make your application, okay? Remember, yeah, we already assigned, right, or attached many schemas to our workspace. You can change your application to connect to whatever the schema you want right here. Okay, by default, he just took the schema of workspace, the default schema of workspace. You can choose the authentication from here also by choosing database account or by default Apex Express account, right? Also from here, you can use it. You can use user interface default, which is advanced. Okay, and I prefer not for now. Okay. Your language, okay, which the primary language for your application, and the application ID, which is important thing, you will use it later. Okay. Once I select all of this, okay, I can edit home page to be in a different, right, or I can just choose another name or another icon, right, and some pages help. Okay, let's create this and see what we will have, okay? Okay, once you create it, because we selected so many features, so this pages except the page 0 and page home and login page, right, which is the first one, right? This is related to the features we created. Okay, the feedback, the log message configuration option, and the administration option, and so on. So let's run this. Right, and I use my Apex users. I just will see here some, this is the feature, it's called feedback. Okay, you can do any feedback here on this page or whatever the page you will select. Right, this is a feature, it's called help or about, right? Page help and about application. This is a administration features. You can create your users, access control, right? You can add more user to your application and assign right here. And I think we'll explain this in detail next the next coming session. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how you can create a application and just run it by this one. Okay, and back to this, right? You can import application from a file already exported, right? Let's export our application. So once you press export, so it asks you, yeah, what you need to export: workspace, application, worksheet, theme, plugin, user interface, default, feedback. Okay, you can export all of this. Just will select export for now, application, sorry. And our application is called 151. Then, okay, you can export this as a zip file, right? Debugging mode, application status, okay, should be in run application only or run and build application. Run application only, you can't develop, you can do any develop on this version. If you need to do more development on this, so you have to export it in run and build application. Okay.
Okay.
Right, and from here you can export supporting object, yes. Export public report, yes, and private report if you need it, right? Export developer comments and export translation. If you create a application with a two, I mean bilingual, okay, one by the primary key, it's English, and second language, it's Indian, and you need to export translation with the primary, okay, language or the primary application, right? So once we press export, it will generate SQL file here called F151, which is the application ID, right? I can go here and start to import by drag and drop the same, okay. Okay, just make sure you select file type, database, application page, or component export. Then I will start to go through the process, right? Okay, and continue with that. Okay. Auto assign, or I can assign another, okay, I can make it 152, install. I have two applications now, 151 and 152. Right, edit the application, run the application, and do. Okay, so from here I've learned how to create application, okay, how to import and export application, right? We talked about this, okay, once we created the workspace, right? We can talk about this later, right? And today, yeah, we will know how to delete or copy the application. Okay, so once I select my application here, okay, I will see some tasks on the right side. I can delete this application. I can copy this application to another name. I can manage backups, right, and do some other, because this is the recent edited pages. Okay, so let's delete the second application, right? This 152. Okay, delete, right? Permanently delete now. Okay, pages, this will be deleted. Okay, delete. My application, it's delete, right? What else we can talk about it here? Okay, I'm not going to go through this, okay, because this need yeah, we can just talk about the first one, because this needs, I think, 2 sessions or 3 sessions to talk about all in this menu. Okay, so we can just talk about, right, first one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the important one, and I think, yeah, you will, as a developer, you will use this, okay, as long as you developing and using Oracle Apex tools, okay? So this is something you should remember and you should know about, okay? SQL Workshop and Object Browser. Okay, from here you can, right, you can browser whatever the table you have. Okay, here you just select, you can search for any table. I have a table called assets, right? I have a so many tables start with AS as assets, right? Whatever you want to, okay, you just select the table, right? And you will see a bunch of tabs here, okay? It's something useful. Okay, so from here you can see the structure of table, the columns, data type, a nullable or not nullable. Okay, what the default value is this column a primary key or not? Okay, you can scroll down till the end. You can download this, you can print it, right? If you download it like this, right here, it will create a CSV file. Okay, so you have the structure of your table, right?
Right.
You can print this to a PDF format, right here. Okay, this would be helpful if you just design application from the beginning and you need to save all, right, all tables, the structure for a different department, for analysis department or whatever. Okay, on that table you have so many buttons here. You can add column, you can modify column, okay, you can rename column, you can drop any column, right? If you just add column, it will ask you for column name, the data type, the length, precision, and scale, etc. And you will go through all this. Right, so I think we can just finish this, okay, for table today. So now you can add new column. Okay, I can add a new column here, okay, which is number. Next, the column it's on table AS assets, right? Finish. Then column added, okay. If you looked here, I have a new column. I can modify the new column, right? Which is, I select here the last column. I can modify to a character instead of number, right? Add length to be 50. Then, okay. Once you do this, each steps you will have the SQL code, so you can copy and save it in somewhere, or you can run it for another table, okay? Also, you can rename the same column, right? Rename it from new column to a my column, right? Okay. If you see here, alter table, rename column from old value to new value. And you can drop the same column, right? The column doesn't exist anymore. Okay, see here.
Oh.
Right. You can rename the table, this table to be a from assets to assets one, right? I will not do this right now. You can copy, right? The table name, you can copy into another table. So you can copy this to assets one, all columns, all rows, right? Okay, selected rows or whatever, selected column. Next, finish. This is a great feature. Okay, so sometimes you need to copy a table as a backup so you can edit and try to do some big changes on your table, and you're afraid to lose something, so you can copy, all right, before you do your changes. Okay, so you'll have a copy by all tabs, all triggers, and all. Right, I think it has a trigger. Okay, it just copies the structure, not the trigger. Right. You can drop the table. You can truncate the table from data. Right. You can drop it from your schema. You can create lookup table. Right. Okay. Do you know about the lookup table look like? Right. If you have
Table
some
alias, no? Same like alias.
it's same, yeah, like alias, or it's same like LOVs. Okay, if you have a
LOVs,
yeah, has a repeated value, and you need to hold these values unique, okay, in a different table. So you can create a lookup table by just selecting the column, you know, right? Then just next, and it will create a new table by this lookup values. Okay, you can create application on this right table. Okay, this is a features, right? I think we can try it. Right, it will create application called assets and do some facet search, asset search, do some features. Just in one click, you can create an application. Okay, and with so many features, right? You will be impressed once you see this. Okay, once we run this, it will create, okay, just let me see, we have a dashboard, right? Is a some, okay, dashboard. I have a asset search right here. I have charts for each type, assets value, real status, and etc. Okay, so you can, if you have a I mean worth table which is hold so many data analysis, you can just by one click you can create an application right on that table. This is a huge feature. You can add more assets, okay, to that table. You have interactive report here. You can go through all this application. So this is a good feature, right? Back to workspace, table. Okay, just select our table called assets, right? We have the second tab here, it's called data, right? You can browse your data, you can do some queries, you can edit some records, okay? You can do whatever edit. After you edit, you just okay, press apply change, or you can delete this record, or you can cancel. Okay, From here also you can query if you look for, okay, I need to display all columns. I just look for quantity, okay, equal 10, right? I can order ascending, descending by any column I choose. Okay, this is the first column. I can, okay, order by this, okay, descending, and do some queries. Okay, I don't have any values of quantity equal. Okay, let's look for the location 92. Okay, so we can query. Okay, I can just display a some columns. Okay, just to this and this and this. And for sure, I need to display, okay, quantity, not all columns. I can just select specific column, right? And here I can say, okay, I just need to display 92, okay, location, query. So I have two records with a 92, so I made my query. I can cancel, I can add a new query, right? Also, we can do a count for rows, okay, just 5. We can insert a new row, right? By adding this and then create another, right? We can do also some load data. Okay, if you have a Excel sheet or CSV or text, okay, and you need to upload data from that Excel or text file to that table, you can do load data. Just select the file, okay, choose the file, or you can copy and paste here, then do next, right? Yeah, we'll try this with a different table, okay. Right, maybe we can, yeah, we can do export some data and try to, okay, load it from here, okay. This is for tab data, okay. You have indices here, okay, the indices on that table, right? The module or model, sorry, this is model. Just we need to select another table. I think you can select one of these model, okay. The relation between tables, we have relation between customer and orders and order items. This is models. Indices, okay, we have index on primary key, index on right a
Okay, Andy, use of model for the something like the create a purchasing order type, no? Sequencing is it means.
Sorry, what you mean?
What is the use of model?
Okay, just use of model. Just here. Okay, just display, okay, the relation between this table and others table, okay? So you can know there is relation between these tables. This is a table, okay? Right here, he just display, you see demo, okay, customer ID referenced by demo orders.customer. This is the relation between this table and this table, right? If you look here, okay, you will see a relation order ID between a dim orders and the dim orders items, the relation between here. It just draw a diagram, okay, the relation between tables, okay? So you can know, yeah, this table, which is a dim order, has a relation between two others table, which is demo order items and demo customers, okay? Later on, you will use this, okay, to know what's the relation between each table and the other table, okay?
Okay.
Constraints, yeah, which is, yeah, I demo you, okay, or show you the constraints on that table. So maybe you have a primary key, okay, maybe you have a foreign key, unique or a check constraint, and other constraints you need to add, right? And
Right.
grants here, grants mean, okay, if other user has grants on this, okay, table, or you can grant, right? You can grant another user, okay, to select from this. I think we can grant MACD1. All or specific, you can grant MACD to alter, delete, insert, or to update, select on this table. Right, let's try this. Delete, update, right. I think you'll see here, grant, select, delete on demo to MACD1.
Yeah.
Great. You know, some sample data. So, okay, grants here, you will see a grantee, which is schema MACD1 has a privilege to update or select or delete on that table. Remember this table, it's related to MACD only, okay? I gave a grant to MACD1, right? Statistics,
Right.
like some statistics, right? Customer ID, length of customer ID, how many rows I have here, how many blocks, right? Average, okay, the last analyzed, right, 3 months ago. So some statistics, yeah, it can be useful, right, for this table. I
Okay.
think enough for our first session, okay? Then we
Okay.
can continue later. I advise you to start to practice, and if you have any more questions, we can discuss it later in the next session. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, great. Do you have any question before we close?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, yeah, thank you.